Want to find the number one reason why your child may be getting further behind in their motor milestones? Are they struggling to sit up, crawl, or walk? Do they seem to fatigue easily, slouch constantly, and avoid physical activities altogether? If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Many parents are left frustrated and confused when their child's gross motor delays continue to be a challenge. But what if we told you that the root cause of your child's challenges might be something that's often overlooked? The real root cause of gross motor delays in kids goes way beyond low tone and a weak core, and we'll break down exactly what that is in this video. So we're going to dive into the crucial role of the brainstem and neurospinal system in gross motor development, and how something called subluxation and sympathetic dominance can be the root cause of gross motor challenges, low tone, a weak core, and so much more. So let's talk about Joseph. He's a 12-year-old boy who came seeking help with his daily challenges associated with autism, ataxia, and chronic constipation. But what caught our attention immediately were his significant gross motor delays and struggles. So Joseph's mom shared with us he'll always find a way to slouch no matter what we do. And she was right. Joseph struggled to sit up straight, stand tall, and move around without exhaustion. So his body was simultaneously wound up and worn out, leading him to seek additional movement stimulation through constant stimming and other behaviors. But within the very first week of getting care, Joseph's gross motor function and endurance absolutely took off, and he was literally asking to go to the gym and work out, hit the treadmill, and go to the park to play. So mom was ecstatic, and so were we. So why are gross motor skills so important? So gross motor skills involve movements that require the entire body and are essential for daily activities and overall development. So they involve primarily the large muscle groups like the arms, legs, and core, but way too often a foundational and crazy important set of nerves and muscles are left off the list when it comes to gross motor skills and development, and those are of the neck and neurospinal system. So gross motor develops through stages, and it's crucial these happens in sequence way more than when. And it starts with head and neck control for latching, nursing, and so forth, then goes next to the trunk or thoracics with tummy time and learning to roll over. And from there, the child learns to activate and use their core in order to sit up. Then they learn to army crawl and regular crawl, and crawling is essential for brain development, which we'll discuss next. And finally, they'll learn to furniture cruise and then walk. So the nervous system, specifically our neurospinal system, plays a crucial role in gross motor function and is easily the most overlooked aspect of this important conversation. So the very first thing to develop in utero is the brainstem and the spinal cord. Because from the first moments of life, the brain and central or autonomic nervous system will control every single movement of muscles, heart beating, lung breathing, food digestion, and so forth. So therefore, if we're trying to get to the root cause of any neuromuscular or gross motor problem, we can't focus solely on the muscles. We've got to address the neuro part first. So once sympathetic dominance or increased tone set up shop in the neck and neurospinal system, most commonly caused by things like breech positioning or birth interventions like forceps, vacuum, or C-section, that high tone will stay stuck in those regions until adjusted and cleared out of the way. So this means the original real cause of low tone or a weak core is actually tension and subluxation in the neck and neurospinal system, which we can find on our examination, analysis, and EMG scans we run in the office. So the EMG scan showing is one of 3 we run in our office. So the top left EMG scan is showing the color red or hypertonicity, too much tone, stuck in the brainstem and neck region. The yellow bars show a weakened and exhausted TL junction or core on the EMG amplitude scan. The contrast is an ideal or normal scan, top right, where the cervicals are calm and the TL junction or core is strong. The bottom left scan is showing symmetry or muscles being pulled or torqued. On this scan, we're seeing severe or red counter torque tension on the top in the cervicals, and this is often due to birth trauma and interventions. And then lastly, we have the EMG pattern bottom right. which gives 3 scores: the pattern score, symmetry score, and the total energy or input into the brain. So a low pattern scan will relate to the low gross motor function, coordination, and distribution of neuromuscular or motor tone through the neurospinal system. So if your child has been struggling with gross motor delays and you feel like you've tried everything without lasting results, it's time to look deeper and find out if excessive sympathetic tone and things like lasting effects of birth trauma could still be at play. So to find out how your child's gross motor function is doing down to the very core, visit our website or call our office to learn more about the neurological insight scans and especially the EMG that we showed here in this video. So once we have those scans, we can find and create a truly customized and fully tailored care plan made just for your child and finally get them past that plateau or stuck point and back on track with their gross motor development.